Welcome back to my YouTube channel, dear friends, dear viewers. Let's continue analyzing, checking the games of Andranik Margaryan Memorial, GM Norm Tournament, and IM Norm Tournament. So today, for the third round, we are having the following results. Musavi drew with the white pieces against Pranet Vupala. Alex Sahakian lost with the white pieces against Vladislav Nozdrachev. Robert Piliposyan, Arad Nazari, they are still playing. Arsen Davtyan won with the white pieces against Levon Babuchian. Eric Hakopian won against Eric Kasparian. Let's go. H6, E3, Bishop E7, Bishop B2, A3, stopping Bishop B4, checks, Bishop E6, maybe Bishop F5 would have been slightly more precise, short castle Bishop B6, A5 stopping B4, Queen D3, White is slightly better, no doubts. It's very solid play by Musavi. Before stopping C5 ideas. And now of course black doesn't have any problems. A takes B8 takes B. Takes, rook B8. C5. Computer doesn't like C5 idea, but yes, white is very slightly better. And black managed to trade the queens. No doubts white is better, but it is very hard to get anything significant. And even here g5 was played, h takes g, rook g5, if knight e6, I assume there is rook f5, intermediate check. Yes, simply if you bring your rook to h file, attacking pawn on h5, like is simply playing king g6. And here game ended in a draw. Surprisingly, Alex Sahakian lost with the white pieces against Vladislav Nozdrachev, who, if I'm not mistaken, won starting 2 rounds with the white pieces. Maybe one of them actually he played with the black pieces. Bishop d7 here, as I know, c3 is possible move. D4, and we know that b5, bishop b3, knight d4, e takes d ideas are possible. Knight d4, bishop d7, queen d7, knight takes. Yes, slightly better position for white. B3, bishop b2 ideas are possible. Alex goes c4, bishop e7, knight c3, short castle, and here I don't like much f3. Very possible move, but somehow I don't like it. Yes, but of course nothing wrong with f3. C6, bishop e3, queen e6, rook. Maybe rook ac1 would have been better. Yes, knight e2, for example. And now already black is threatening some bishop f6, knight c5 ideas. And now white is having some problems. Bishop d4, queen e7. Takes. And white is fine. Maybe f6, g takes f, e takes d. Black is better. But it's just to be... Because instead of c5, computer likes more h6 or rook b8. Yes, king h1 or f6, g takes f, e takes d. Doesn't like this e takes d. And this is already unpleasant position. Yes, b4 was very much possible. Yes, seems this endgame should end in a draw. Rook f8, rook g3, king d2, f6. Not the easiest decision. h4. And now h4. And rook h8 or g4. g4, rook g4. Right. Rook h8, rook f8, rook c8. Now f5. Now king g4. Now king f3. Yes, Alex Saakyan resigned. Arsen Davtyan won with the white pieces against Levon Babujian. Najdorf, bishop e2. And instead of going e5, Babujian prefers e6. And knight bd7. e5. d5, queen a5, queen c7. Yes, d5 is the strongest move. Rook c8, long castle, and here again d5 would have been stronger, but g5 and h4, g takes h, bishop f2. And now white is much better. Yes, before another mistake, I would say black doesn't have any activity, anything, just lost position, knight b5, knight d6, a takes b, takes c3, not b takes c because of queen b2 checkmate. Yes. Beautiful end of the game. Arsen Davtyan won, and here we are having another game. Eric Hakopian won with the white pieces against Eric Kasparian. Let's check the game. Yes, open variation. Eric Kasparian played this line against Robert Piliposyan as well. In my previous video, you can find it. Yes, bishop g4, h3, knight d2, h takes g, knight f1, king f1, knight a5, bishop d5, c6, bishop e4, queen takes, rook takes, knight c4, bishop c1. All this is very much possible, and yes, c5, g5, and here, of course, Eric Gasparian went wrong. He pushed the b4 pawn, something like g6 or knight b6, because he goes b4 and he allows b3 and now c4. And this is already very unpleasant, I would say. Yes, this is very unpleasant position. Knight a8, knight h2, f4, maybe not the strongest. Yes, black had some h6. Oh, this is already much better for white. Pushing the pawn, activating the king, attacking on c5, protecting on b3. Yes, I would say that it was opening prep, but no doubt Eric Gasparian knew. But later on, he went wrong when he pushed b5, b4, after which white got much better position. And also, let's see how did Robert Philipposian lost with the white pieces against Arad Nazar. And if I'm not mistaken, Robert Philipposian started with the two wins. Yes, this is known line. Queen c7, knight f3, d takes c4, queen takes c4, knight f6, queen h4, h6, short castle c5. And here rook e1 would have been more precise. h3. Yes. Inaccuracy by Robert Philipposian, king e7, and black is already better with the g5 ideas maybe. Rook b8, threatening rook b4, a3, knight d2. Yes, and mistake. Bishop e5 would have been better. And now white doesn't have any problems. White simply doesn't have any problems. And slowly black is getting a slightly preferable position. Takes, takes. And again, white doesn't have problems. Yes, slightly unpleasant. Yeah, this is already very unpleasant position, and rook d2. Yes, something like f3 would have been better. And in this position, instead of rook d2, rook c1 or rook c3. And pawn endgame is lost. f4. e4 was also working. Takes, takes, king e7, king f6, king f5, 4. Pushing the pawn. Now check, check. You cannot really take. Yes, and unfortunately, Robert Piliposyan lost. And let's see what we are having in norm tournament. First of all, let's check the standings. Let's see, do we have them or not? Seems like not yet. Seems like not yet. And we have some results. We have Vaya won against David Zakarian. We have Vachev Vakimian won against Vladimir Shahinian. We have Karmanova won against Volodya Torosyan. And we have two draws. Bogaturov Okara, Pashikian Arakelian. Five, Queen C2, D takes C, E4, B5, C5, D takes C, another move is to play Bishop F4, Bishop C4, short castle, Knight BD7, Queen E2, Black doesn't have any problems. Rook D3 with the ideas Rook E3, Bishop C5 or Rook D3, Bishop A6. And now round equal position. And again, better position for black. And black is still better. And around equal position. And maybe here, Bishop C8, Bishop C4, E takes, G takes, Knight H5. And this is already much better position for white. Knight B5, this is already winning. Completely winning. F takes C, E takes D. Was actually David Zakarian in time trouble? Let's see. Maybe, but not really. Yes, lost endgame. We do have Karmanova won against Volodya Torosyan. Let's see. This is known. And Bishop B7 and Knight D5. Yes, here Bishop E7 or H6 are the moves. This is already very unpleasant position for black. Queen F3, maybe not the strongest. And now again we are having complicated position. Bishop E7, Knight D5, Queen F3. long castle bishop d2, preparing some a4 b3 ideas. And now white is much better. And white is much better. White is better, but not that much. Black doesn't have any problems. And rook a3. Wow, very strange mistake. Takes, and if d takes here, rook c6 comes. Yes, if not rook a3, something like rook b4 or rook c8, black is fine. Yes, it was Vachaev Akiman won against Vladimir Shahinyan. Ragozin, queen a4, e3. 97, known move. Here c5, maybe not the best, but I assume Vladimir Shahinyan knew it. C takes d, bishop takes 4, bishop d7, c5. Yes, 94, he goes knight g6, h4, h5, bishop d3, 94. And very interesting move g4. I also like 95. And here black had e5, 95, 95, bishop e5, bishop g4, and black doesn't have any problems. H takes g, inaccuracy, mistake, and after h5, h takes g, bishop takes, queen takes. And here maybe rook f5 or queen e8 would have been better. Yes, this, and if queen takes c5, I guess queen g6 finishes the game. And this threatening queen e2, long castle. Maybe he didn't see, or he forgot about long castle. And here Vladimir Shahinyan resigned. And not much happened in Bogaturov-Okara game, but of course I should say that actually Bogaturov had a better position. Pashikian was lost. Let's see. King's Indian defense with g3, queen b3. And here, instead of going queen d3 or queen a4, queen b4. And the best move is b5 to play, and queen c8. Possible move, takes rook e8, knight d5. And bishop f8. Rook e4 with the ideas bishop e7 to play. Rook e4. Yes, black is much better, but not winning, of course. And did not manage to win this position. Yes, it's very much possible, like keeping the knight would have been better. And this is very, very less. It's not even more than just slightly preferable for black. Yes, here white cannot be worse. Why not g4? G4 would have been probably stronger. And here just g4 again. And now a pawn goes. And it's very, very hard to stop. For example, knight d4. Probably only move to stop the pawn. Yes, here a4 was working, h knight d5. Here after a4, Manvel Arakelian offered the draw, which was accepted by Rudolf Pashikian. Let's see, do we have the standings for the GM norm tournament we don't have. For the IM tournament, still we don't. Yeah, some very interesting games. Thank you very much, dear friends, for watching this video, for following my YouTube channel, and following this tournament. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them uh, in comments section. Uh, Thank you very much.